Hey everybody, welcome back to another one of my Scum tutorial videos. Now, it's been a while since I made one of these, and what's prompted this is I've actually been playing on the Night Kingdom server, which is known for being a kind of hardcore survival server, with some of my friends who are actually very new to the game, and they've been having a bit of a hard time just surviving. So they asked me to, give them a few quick tips. So I thought, you know what, let me just make a video. We'll call it Scum, the first 5 minutes, how I go about creating my basic survival kit. So this is what I do as soon as I kind of log in with a new character or a fresh spawn if I've been killed. This is what I start doing straight off the bat. So first things first, I'm going to look for some stones. Now I'm quite lucky because I've landed in this area which is kind of like quite foresty. If I landed over in the mountains, if I spawned in the mountains, it might be a little harder to start creating stuff. It's not too hard if you know what you're looking for. All you need are stones and sticks. And bushes, basically. So, right, here we are. Should find some rocks. Right, let's do a search. I need 4 rocks. So, what have I got here? Oh, let me just do that. If there's anyone there, let me pick that up. Because this is what I do every time. Ah, cool. So now I have 4 rocks. Right, so, first of all, I'm going to craft myself a stone knife. This is the number one thing to craft straight away. So once we've got that, I will now create an axe head. Small stone axe head. So these are always the first 2 things that I create. Right. Now that I've got that, I'm going to put the axe head in my pocket. And I'm going to put the knife in my hand. Because now what I need is a bush. And here we have some bushes. Great. So, I will do this. I'll cut the bush up. Okay. Right, now what have we got here? Let's cut this long wooden stick into small sticks because I need to make some rope. So once that's done, we will now craft some rope. Okay, cool. Craft that. And I think we've got some... Well, do we have some sticks left? Hopefully we'll have a stick left, maybe? Okay, no, we don't have a stick. Right, let's quickly chop this up then. Oh, I've dropped my knife. Always be looking for that. You will not be picking that up automatically. A little bit annoying. Nothing more annoying than creating a stone knife or an axe head or any sort of item and then just walking away from it after you've created it. Right, okay, there we go. We've got our rope and we've got some small sticks. We've got an axe head, so that means we can now craft the small stone axe. So let's create that. And also, always be keeping an eye out on your surroundings while you're crafting things. I've lost count the number of times I've had somebody just run up behind me and just, boff me one. Or I've been attacked by zombies, so there you go. Right, there's my axe. Pick that up. Now, what else have we got? Is there... Okay, this is what I need. So, we've got the axe, okay? I don't actually need the stone knife anymore. I can drop that. I'm going to leave that. Don't really need it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this long stick and I'm going to make an improvised wooden spear. And again, should take my own advice. Boom. There we are. Right, I've got the wooden spear. Okay, so I'm pretty much set up. Now, at this point, some people will start ripping up their clothes to make a courier backpack. I don't do that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look for a zombie. Because what I'll do, sometimes in the woods here, is I'm going to do the zombie over. Now, this is why I've picked up the spear. I tend not to bother with, let's say, building a club because I don't really like using them. Actually, that's just me. Oh, there's a zombie. Right, okay. I like the spear a lot because they've changed the mechanic of spear throwing. So nowadays, I actually don't like throwing spears at all in this game. I can't hit anything. Before, you used to have a sort of trajectory arc. It was a lot easier to throw spears, but now I prefer them as a zombie attacking weapon because you can just do a quick poke, as you can see. Which is really good. So, I'm going to run up to this zombie. because what I want his clothes, because I'm going to use his clothes to make the courier backpack. There we go. There we go. There we go. Oh, keep him at arm's length. Come on. Go down. There you go, that was quite quick. It's pretty devastating as well, I've noticed, this this improvised wooden spear. Anyway, so we're going to do a quick search of the zombie. Okay, cool. And now we have his clothing, so we're going to just sort of cut that into rags, which we can do with the axe. So we're saving space with that stone knife, don't need that anymore. Okay, and we will now cut these rags into stripes, as they say. Actually, it's strips. There's a bit of a typo there. Because now what we need is another rope, but we're just going to use the clothes to make the rope because we need 5 strips. Okay, to make the improvised rope, and then 3 rags. Okay, so let's do that straight away. Boom. I mean, if I wanted to, I could have just created rope out of another bush, but I'd have to carry it with me, so everything is here. Now, what have we got? So we've got that, and we've got 3 of these. Well, actually we've got 4, but we just need 3. So there we go. Improvised courier backpack. Well, that's taking a while. So yeah, once we've got that, we have got everything we need. We've got a stick. Well, we've got a stick. We've got a spear, which is quite deadly. Oh, there's our inventory. Let's just equip that. No, I don't want to examine it. I want to equip it. What an idiot. There we go. Equip that. I said equip it. There you go. Cool. So now we are completely set up. We can just go off in any direction because we have the 3 main pieces of kit. We've got a weapon. We've got the axe, which we can now use to craft stuff. We could craft a whole bunch of things. We could just chop down stuff. It's possibly the most useful piece of kit I've ever come across. Because now, for example, I'll show you why I wanted the zombie. I mean, why did I get into Rumble straight away? Well, because it's very easy to kill a zombie using the spear now. However, I've saved my own clothes because I've noticed back in the day, a lot of people used to use their own sort of clothes to create the courier backpack. And the one thing I don't like using about that is, well, the main reason I don't like using my own clothing is because this is all clean. So if the zombie had hit me, I could basically just chop one of these up and I'd have some rags straight away to use for bandaging. And if I get into quite a few fights, I've got more rags that I can use. Whereas his clothes are completely disgusting, and I think you have to wash them, but I'm not going to do that. So, you know, I've managed to save some time and money. Plus, this is a really good way to carry, well, if you think about it, it's a good way to carry bandages, really. They're not taking up any space in my backpack. But now, that is it. That's all you need to do. You can go off on an adventure. You've got the basics done. Took 5 minutes. You've got some carrying equipment, you've got a weapon, and you've got a utility tool. What more could you want? Now, one thing I will say as well, if you don't want to do that, which sounds a little bit crazy to me, let's say you see, for example, is there a village? There's a village there. Say you spawned really closely to the village. My advice would be, before you go into the village and start searching for stuff, at least create a stone knife. Have a stone knife on you, because if you go into the village and find yourself surrounded by zombies and then you duck into a house for safety, what you might find is you'll try and do a search of the house, you'll have a whole bunch of zombies kind of gathered around you, like this would happen on one of those horde servers that I've played on, where you're just completely surrounded. It's like something out of the movies. You'll be sort of boned if you get hit because you'll be bleeding and you won't have a tool to cut your clothes up to create bandages. So think about that. That's the one thing I would advise anybody. At the very least, stone knife. But otherwise, this is my starter kit. Now, what I can do is I can go off and start finding kit. I can go raiding. Possibly the next thing I would make would probably be the bow and arrow. I would start creating arrows, creating bows. and just start looking for some weapons. But as I say, this is the very basic of the survival kit and what you do in the first 5 minutes. So anyway, I hope you found that useful. Let me know what you think down below. If you've got any questions about Scum, if you're confused about anything, or just, you know, just questions in general, hit me up down below. I love playing this game, so if you get any issues, just hit me up and I'll be, you know, I'll endeavour to help you. But anyway, guys, that's it for this time. I will see you in the next video. Until then, take care, like, sub, and I'll see you there. This is HipCelt, signing off.